Hello everybody. In this video, we'll be taking a look at Access Pause and Practice 4-3. For this file, you will need the completed file from Pause and Practice 4-1. So make sure you have the correct file from Pause and Practice 4-1, which I have opened here. We're going to go into the second task, which is save the copy of the database as Pause and Practice 4-3. So from 4-1, we're going to 4-3. Okay, so save as. I'm going to go rename the object as your Pause and Practice initials, Pause and Practice A for access 4-3. Okay, I'm going to save it on my desktop. So let's go ahead and make sure your content is enabled. That task 3, it becomes editable and your content is enabled. Okay, from protected view, enable your content. Okay, task number 4, create a report using report wizard. Now in this chapter we are learning the third object. We learned tables, we learned queries, we learned forms, and now we're learning reports, which is the fourth one. Okay, right, let's go to click on report wizard. That's report wizard. Okay, if you make it a little bigger, you'll be able to see report wizard. That's report wizard. Let's click on report wizard. I'm just going to make sure I resize the window so everybody is able to see the instructions too. So click on report wizard. The report wizard comes up. Make sure you choose the correct table. So click the table query drop down list and select the listings table. Now you got to go and select the correct table, label listings. Now you will see all the fields from the table listings and move all the fields button. So this button will move all the fields to the report format. Okay, then select the listing agent number here, which is the listing agent number, and remove single field. This is remove single field. So if you want to remove it back to the available fields, you click on this one. If you want to remove all of them, you click this one. Okay, so let's click, we are removing only one field, which is listing agent number. You click on that. So it is excluded from the report. Okay, next is remove construction year built. So let's go back and remove one by one. Year built, and then it also says garage. So we don't want garage. So let's move it back. And then we don't want date listed field. So date listed is here. Select it and move it back. Okay. So the report wizard should look similar to this. So you have moved the 5 that are back, and then only these fields will be included in your report. Let's click on next. And then it says we are in task G, so do not group. So click on next, and then in the next column, sort by, you got to say list price, and we're going to sort it in ascending order, meaning from the smallest to the highest. Okay, click the next button, and then make sure the tabular column is fixed. That is one below the other, like a tabular column. And then make sure you click next, and then type in the report, name it as listings hyphen report wizard. So we have created this using report wizard, and then you click on finish. This will help you review. So here you have a report that has been organized based on the criteria we have given, and only the fields that we wanted have been displayed as a report. Let's click on cross preview. Go back to, this is the design wizard. Okay, let's go on to the next task, which is task 5, creating a report using a blank report format. Okay, so let's close the report by clicking the X here, and then create report using blank report button. That's the next task. Click blank report button. So let's go back to create, and then blank report is here under reports. Click on that and click on show all tables here, and then click the plus sign next to each and every table, whichever you want. Okay, now we are expanding the listings table. So we got in listing table, double click on listing ID, whichever you want to add to the report, you're going to double click and add it to the report. So let's do this. And then list price. So we're going to go by one listing ID. Now list price, double click, and then make sure it gets added to your report as you go. Next, we're going to do a square foot. The order in which you click is what is going to appear in the order. You could click anything and it will come in that order here. Okay. Next is beds, baths, address. Even though address is on top of this in the table, if you click address after the baths, it will appear after the baths in the report. So address, city, and garage. So that's how it has been. So close the field list. You can just exit out, and then you could save the report as listing blank report button. Okay, so let's click on this. So we're going to save this. You can save it by right clicking here and click save. It will give you an option to rename the thing. So you could go and say report, listings blank report button. Okay, click OK. You rename. Now we have two reports. The earlier one we created using report wizard, and now with the blank report button. Okay, so that's task 6. Task 7, how to add a title and page numbers to the report. Okay, so click on table to, we are still in the report blank, the one that we created with the blank report, and then we're going to click report layout tools design. Okay, so report tools layout design is a sub menu that appears here, and you have to click on design and then click on the title button. Title is here. Click on title. So as soon as you click title, the title appears on the top of the report, and then we are going to accept the default wording. So the default wording here is the name of the report, which is listings blank report. So it says accept the default wording of the title. So we're just going to hit enter and accept it. Okay. So when you hit enter, automatically accepts the form. If you want to change it, you can change it here though. Okay. Next one is click on page numbers. Page numbers is here, and then click on page number N of M. It'll appear in that format, 1 of 2 and 1 of 3 and so on. Okay, and then click at the bottom of the page. So if you want it at the top or the bottom, you can select, but here according to the task it says bottom of the page in the footer, and then make sure that it's left aligned. By default it is centered here. Change it to left align. Okay, and then click OK. So this will show the page number at the bottom of the report. If you scroll down and see, or while printing it, it will appear it at the bottom of each page. If you see here, you can very clearly see the page has been there. There's only one page. It says page 1 of 1 in the format that we wanted. Okay, right. Let's go to the next task. Adjust the width of the report columns. So let's go back on top. We have different columns. You have a lot of space that are being wasted, probably, the excess space here that could be adjusted. So let's click on the text box of the listing ID column. Okay, so let's click on the listing ID, and then click the property sheet button. The property sheet button always appears here in the report layout tools design. Click on that, or you could click F4 in some versions. If it is F4, the functional 4 key. Okay, so let's click on the report and click on the format tab here, format tab, and then in the width column here, it's 1 inch. So type 0.62 inches, and then hit enter. Okay, when you hit enter, see, it automatically resizes the listing ID. Okay, select the box, text box, square foot, and then go back to the format, or go to the width, and in the format tab, width section, by default it is like 1 inch. Let's just change it to 0.5 inches, and then it automatically resizes again. Let's go to the beds column and then change the width to 0.5 again, 0.5 or 0.5, whichever is easy for you. Next, let's go to the address column. Similarly, beds, we will change it to 0.5, sorry, 0.5, okay, whichever. Okay. Next, let's go to the address column and let's make it as 2 inches. Now, because the address column is a little bit bigger, let's click on this. Instead of 1 inch, we're going to make it 2 inches, and it makes it a little bit bigger to make all the address visible. Okay, next let's go to the list price and make it 1.1. Let's go to the list price column, which is here. Select that and let's make it from 1 to 1.1 according to the tasks. Okay, now you can either close it by clicking the X, or you could hit F4 on the function key. It will close the property sheet. Okay, save your report, meaning you could right click here and save it, or you could click the save button on the top right hand corner. Okay, and then print preview your report by being the view button. If you click on the view button here, it shows you a print preview. Okay, click on that. This will exactly show you how it will look if you print your report. Okay, let's just make it a little bigger and to see how the print preview will look. Okay, so all the widths of the columns have been changed, and you can print the report now if you want. Okay, for now we are not going to print, but if you have a printer attached and you want to print the report, you could print it. Okay, so let's close print preview button. Okay, so let's click on close print preview here. Right, that's it. And then save your file, close the report by clicking here, or right click and close, or you could just exit out here. Okay, closes. Save the database, and that's the end of Pause and Practice 4-3. Thank you.